Hey, welcome to the Progress Report. It's April 2011, which means it's the best month ever. I was doing my best to get this particular episode out in March for Women's History Month, and then I thought about it. February is Black History Month. March is Women's History Month. I think April should be Black Women's History Month. Doesn't it just seem the logical progression of things? So I'm declaring it right here, right now, 2011, Black Women's History Month, starting every April from now on. So go ahead, tell a friend, because it's happening. And this April, I really wanted to celebrate music. I love music. I think in a past life I was a musician, at least in my heart and my spirit, if not in my actual talent. So I wanted to bring to you someone who's super, super talented and who I'm really excited about, Ganessa James. If you've been to any of the Micia, Mosely and Friends or saw one of the Progress Reports earlier this year, you've already heard her music. But this time I wanted to sit down and actually talk music with the musician who I love. And it's Black Women's History Month. See how that works? It all comes together. So check out a conversation we had a couple weeks ago. So thanks for being on the Progress Report.
Thanks for having me.
How would you describe your music if you were to talk to someone about it?
Well, I usually say, to not exclude anything, that it's a folk, rock, soul kind of thing. You know what I mean?
Rock, soul.
Because there definitely is the element of singer-songwriter, which I think calls to mind this folk storytelling sort of thing. But soul has always been really important to me. It's really the music that I grew up listening to and I identified most when I was a kid.
Because you got to have soul.
You got
to have. If you don't own any soul music, stop. Just pause right now and go find some soul music to listen to, because what are you gonna do without soul?
You
gotta have soul.
And then actually, as I started playing and I was asked to play in bands by some local independent musicians, I got exposed to more rock music and I felt how important that was, or how interesting that could be in a live music context. You know, like a little bit edgy. So I try to, there are different incarnations of this project. Like I have a trio, and sometimes I'll just be by myself. But to cover everything, I'll say folk rock soul.
I like it. So you're an independent artist,
yes,
right? And so talk to us a little bit about what that's like, making music, producing music, and distributing it as an independent artist.
It is very challenging. Very challenging to try to wear so many hats, to finance everything and to come up with an artistic direction, not only musically, but in a visual arts sense, and to, even to getting the recording process done. Like it ends up being a very collaborative process. You have to bring a lot of people in, you have to have a lot of support, and it can be a daunting thing, but it can be done. I mean, if you have a message that you want to send, or you feel like you have something that's speaking through you, it can definitely be done.
All right, so you're sending messages. Give us an example of some of the messages you're sending.
Okay. Well, I write a lot about love. That's probably my biggest inspiration. And so here's a little. Case I fall asleep and don't get to tell you, love's the word to describe all the things we are and all the things we'll be, and that's all right with me.
When I first saw you, you were collaborating with your sister.
That's right.
And you've mentioned that you have the trio. You play in with a lot of different bands. So, what's the difference between playing solo and collaborating as a process for you?
Well, that's a big question. I think when I play solo, I get to experience and express something that's totally, it's totally contained in my being. I know that sounds a little abstract, but
that's okay. We're smart.
It doesn't. There's no distraction, but there's also no hiding. It's a very vulnerable space. And then in terms of collaboration, if I'm playing for someone else, I'm really helping. My goal is to try to help them realize whatever it is musically that they're trying to sing. So I really put like all of that I have at the service of their vision to the extent that that's possible. So if I'm playing bass for like Shelly Nicole, or you know, when I was really lucky, I played with Toshi Reagan. You know, I just tried to think that, you know, it's much bigger than me. It's much bigger than what I'm able to play. It's really about this song. It's about this moment. It's about what she's trying to communicate. You know.
Nice.
And then there are these special collaborations where I get to do a little bit of both. I get to both get, you know, say a little bit, use a little bit of my voice and use a little bit of my talent in the service of what someone else is trying to say.
One of my favorite collaborations that I've seen you a part of is with this amazing sister, Chaney Sims. And when I hear you all sing, it's more a little bit bluesier. Well, you know, I know some of the blues. I actually have a blues harp here.
Yes. Yeah.
So I mean, I could play like okay, like. Okay, you know what? Maybe I should let you and Chaney do the
maybe just
thing.
to start.
Just to start. Now I'm gonna come back in. I'm gonna come back in.
Okay.
I'm gonna come back in.
Don't think I don't see them looking at you. All of them wishing they could have you. And as a matter of fact, a bunch of them itching for you to scratch them. I'm tired of hiding what I feel. I'm trying to come with the real. I wanna make it known. I want them to know you're mine. You're my lady. You're my lady. My lady. You're my little baby, my sweet, sweet baby. You're the talk of the town, and everybody wants to know what's going down. Babe, I think they've seen us before, maybe at the liquor store, at the health food stand. They don't know that I'm yours, and you're mine, lady. You're my lady. You're my lady, my divine lady. You're mine.
Woman.
I
was waiting too. I was like, Misha coming. Misha coming.
See, I was gonna come in, but they were already doing so well singing that song. It just seemed ridiculous for me to interrupt. You see, so I just, you know, so I didn't come in is what happened, as you can see. But if you want to see more of Chaney Sims and Ganessa James, you can see them Sunday, April 10th at Terra Blues. That's in New York City. It's always a fantastic show. 7:30. I think the last all blues club in New York City. So, you know, it's like all historic and whatnot. You can check them both out on Facebook. You can get Ganessa James's CD by hitting her up on Facebook, and she can facilitate and organize you picking up that CD. You know, obviously that's the lead-in for Purposeful Plugs. That was a purposeful plug, and I have more. You can catch me April 14th in Williamsburg at Legion Bar as part of Abe Mixture. We're going to have another mashup with music and comedy. It's always a fun time with those guys. And then on Saturday, April 16th, I'll be back at Dixon Place doing some stand-up with Shelley Mars as part of the Bulldyke Chronicles. And yes, I will be deconstructing the name of the show because I have to. The following week, it's on, because you know this is my birthday month, in case I didn't mention that. So we're having a big birthday celebration at Bar on A on Thursday, April 21st. It's going to be another Micia, Mosely and Friends, this time celebrating Mother Earth and Earth Day and my birthday and just a big old party. In May, I will be back in the Bay Area! Monday, May 9th, I will be doing a show with Margaret Gomez as part of her weekly series at the Marsh, and I'm super, super excited to be her special guest. So look for information about that and get your tickets because we know that's going to sell out. And while we're on this musical tip, you might notice that I'm wearing this shirt because, you know, Ganessa talked about the folk and the soul and the rock. And I just needed to say that one of my favorite Bay Area bands is Sisters in the Pit. Sisters in the where? In the pit. That's right. That's right. And so when I go back to the Bay, I'm excited. I'm going to find them and see them someplace. But as we end this episode talking about music, 2 other names I want to hip you to. Shelly Nicole, Tamar Kali. And if you don't know about these people, I would want you right now to go Google. I mean, wait till the end of this episode and then go Google these names. Sisters in the Pit, Shelly Nicole's Blackbush, and Tamar Kali. They will change your life. How do I know? Because they changed mine. So that's it on the music tip for now. But you know, we'll be back with more music and more progress report. See you next time.
Don't think